What's up, Focus fam? Happy Wednesday. It's the Chan man. Hope you guys are kicking butt and getting better. When I dive in, as always, and share my thoughts, we've had a wonderful bottom this week in the market, huge pop. And now it's very important, guys, to step back and, as always, just recap the market and see where we are. We reach a very large support, and anything is possible. And now we're at very large resistance. And even despite the manner that we've gotten here, anything, guys, truly is possible. So I'm here to remove your bias, lay the foundation. Let's get to work. So the rest of the week, guys, when it comes to economic calendar, is a pretty quiet week. Obviously, with all going on in the world, at any given moment, there can be news that can change this entire picture. So that goes without being said here, but I'm going to say it. But more so, let's talk about the technicals here, guys. And the biggest thing I want to focus on right in front of us is this daily cloud on ES, one of my favorite indicators. Essentially, guys, if you've never seen this, hopefully you have by now. But if you haven't, whenever we start to trend above this cloud, all is well. But as soon as we start to slip underneath it, like we did, end of January here, that's when our trend typically starts to change. And remember, guys, even in bearish trends and downtrends, we're going to have those moments where we explode. We get the big, 3-4 day push, but we get back to those major levels and we start to see a little bit of resistance. Anything's possible, blah. After our first cloud retest, we've really been trending lower here for weeks. And again, once we reach support, guys, if we keep holding, we could bounce right back. What I've been looking for in this bounce here, if you've been following along in the past few videos, we've really been looking for this daily cloud. We talked about getting through this key range and then having to deal with top of this cloud. And you guys can obviously see that is where we are stopping. A beautiful target here. And again, just a beautiful inflection point where we want to step back, remove our bias, and get ready for anything. So for the rest of the week, guys, and honestly, I believe rest of the month, let me just go back to this picture here. Yeah, roughly the rest of this month, we're gonna have this beautiful flat line level here on the market, and then, right on the daily cloud. And then even a little bit further here, we're also gonna have a flat line level. So these ranges right here for the overall market, it's gonna be a very tough range. Where again, even though we rip, and we have these monster pushes towards it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, that's great and all, guys, right? We want to play calls. We want to play off these bottoms. We want to play it to these targets. But when we get here, this could be the top, guys, right? We could roll over or maybe we rip right through it. But I just really want to point out how major this inflection point is. And we are going to have to be dealing with it for a while here. So get used to this cloud. So obviously, guys, what happens the rest of the week? We've had this monster pop. We have slowly started to top out here. And again, we're dealing exactly with this cloud. So in my opinion, that's our major inflection point. And if and when we can start to get through this, we can focus on getting up towards that 4,600. But it's all about this cloud. So if we dive in a little bit more, guys, we got a few, very large levels in play here. So again, the method and, methodology and thinking and execution here has to always be if this, then that, right? If we bottom, we can rip, if we hit daily cloud and stop, we can roll over, blah. So a few big things right in front of us. One of them, guys, is the 200-day simple. Very large line in the sand. We've had some great interactions here with it recently. And this is something where we've kind of, kissed it, finally broke through it, hit that daily cloud, and now we're starting to roll back over. And we did close today's session under this blue line. So next in line, guys, is going to be the 50-day simple. And if we start to breach that and get there, which is what we did, early in the week, a nice dip buy. Once we get there, if we do break it, we can talk about, getting to that reversion to the mean. And while we happen to, sit here and shop, these can slowly move higher, but we are really dealing with a lot of great levels and a lot of great technicals. So let's just dive in and look at this intraday chart and kind of wrap up this analysis. So again, here's really, guys, what's in front of us. Maybe it's an hourly chart, give us that view. Alrighty, so again, always be real with us, guys. We've been exploding. If the market wants to pull back a little bit, that is fine, right? That's healthy, it's normal, it's what should happen. So again, we don't want to hold a bias. We just want to follow the roadmap. So for the rest of the week, guys, here's what I think we want to focus on in front of us. Again, we have that daily cloud top range up around that 45.10 is pretty much that flat line level. That's where we kind of topped out yesterday, topped out overnight, and really started to see that selling pressure heading into today's session. We opened right at the 200. We bounced, pretty much put in bigger picture lower highs, and we continued to drip here and started to fall right through low of day to close the session. So again, guys, up top here, that's our hardest range. Obviously, we start to slip outside of it, so getting back there might be a tough journey. We want to focus on what's in front of us first. Right around this 44.55 to that 44.65, we have the weekly mean, and we also have the 200-day simple. So again, that's kind of where we rejected to start this week, rejected, finally broke through it, got the daily cloud top, and now we're headed back the other direction. So pay close attention to this one, my friends. But if we do get that pop towards the weekly mean and towards the 200, we do not get back through it, we have a good chance of heading right back down towards that 50-day simple, which is around this 44.18-ish. And I'm zoning this with a big level of just, psychology 4,400. So that's the roadmap, guys, right? We held the mean, we ripped through the 50, we kissed the weekly mean, pulled back to the 50, we broke through it, we hit daily cloud. You guys notice how they just follow the roadmap, right? If we hold here, we go here, we break here, we go here, reject here, go here. So again, I'm not sure what we'll see, but we have the levels. So if we get the pop to 200 and fail, we can look for the rollover to the 50. If we get the pop to 200 and reclaim it, well, then we can just chop around this range. We can work our way up to daily cloud, whatever the situation might be. But again, follow the levels in front of us, my friends. And we do have 2 sessions left here, so anything's possible. But if we break that 50, looking for that reversion to the mean, which again will slowly start to step up here. But as of right now is around 43.70. So that's my thoughts, guys. Again, really want to dial in on this daily cloud. If we just, again, look at it quickly here, does a great job of gauging that trend. And if we do start to just fall back into this middle range, one other thing we want to note here is that we are, going to fall back into a daily squeeze. We are trying to fire one here. So if we do hold up and then break that cloud, we could easily see this continued momentum towards 4,600. But if we don't and we fall back in, maybe this squeeze wants to cook up a little more. Maybe it wants to keep going. Just something to watch. But back to our cloud conversation, guys, right? The best thing I love about, what's going on in the overall market is a lot of things are at the same level right now. So if we just flip to the board right now, looking at NQ, same scenario here, where again, beautiful pop. We want to be long, but right here, it's going to be a very, very hard range. So we topped out last time, right at daily cloud. And again, guys, a lot of things are at this, right? We look at a name like Tesla. They stuck their nose through daily cloud today and closed right underneath it. A beautiful flat line level here of pretty much 1,000. Huge key levels. So again, if we see the market fail at daily cloud and Q fail at daily cloud, Tesla fail at daily cloud, I believe Nvidia. Right, guys, if the cloud hasn't proved itself to you, hopefully it is by now. Nvidia broke through it, hit the top, and looks like they're starting to fade to the bottom. So we'll cover these things in a minute. But point being, guys, is we're seeing a lot of things reach their major key levels, especially all the indexes. YM at daily cloud, NQ, ES. So we want to look for the same relationship. Do we roll back over or do we break right through it? That's our major inflection point. So just want to cover a little bit more here, guys, on tech, and then we'll move on to a bit of a focus list. Let's see, where's my levels? Oh, that ain't it. There we go. So again, guys, a little bit of different levels, but again, what we do have in common here is this daily cloud. So the daily cloud for NQ is right around this weekly mean, which is around our 14.7. So again, guys, that is our major resistance. We can get to it, fine and dandy, but we're failing. We dropped hard today, hit a big level of 14,446, worked our way all the way back up just to get stuffed. And again, closed our day at the lows. So next in line here for NQ is going to be this 14.4-ish range, which is right around the 50-day simple. Again, guys, just like the ES, so we bounced off earlier in the week. So if we get there, we might bounce and just head back into the middle of nowhere this week. So pay attention to that. But if we do end up breaking this 50, look for a roll, guys, towards 14,223. Which is pretty much, the zone that I had earlier in the week. We had some really nice relationships with it. Under that, looking for 14,000. One step at a time here, my friends. But again, really focus on the weekly mean, really focus on daily cloud, and really focus on that 50-day simple. We can keep playing ping pong, and our job, guys, is to buy low and short high, and keep playing off of these great levels. So let's go take a look at VIX. Because VIX is also kind of just chopping around, guys, right? Typically we want to see an inverse relationship with VIX. And right now, the market's kind of just chopping and VIX is chopping. So again, we're kind of just setting up here. We've reached major levels. VIX has cooled off a bit. Let's see what happens next. So just to cover what's in front of us, guys, if the market is going to start to roll back over, we want to pay very close attention to the relationship with VIX. And if we are going to see a sharp decline in the market, we're most likely going to see VIX start to pop back towards 25. However, just like what happened earlier in the week here, when the market, rolled over and VIX popped and stuffed 25, that just became a really phenomenal dip buy in the market right at the 50-day simple. So we'll see where we end up if and when VIX does pop to 25. But again, guys, just playing these levels, really trying to time them. So if VIX keeps holding this 22-ish and works its way to 25, again, the market will be, taking that little dip. If it gets through 25, we're going to be rolling over pretty hard. But again, if it gets here, could be a good, reversal. But getting to it, you definitely want to stay out of the way. Where again, guys, if we do just sit here and chop, call it sit here and squeeze, and we start to break 23 and head down towards 20, the market really can start to explode. And at that point, if we are making this journey, we'll probably be breaking on the other side of that daily cloud. So maybe it takes a little bit, maybe it doesn't. But again, this is the compass, guys, that we want to focus on. So let's go take a look at a few stocks. One of my favorite ones right now, guys, is Nvidia. So let's go talk about it here. Nvidia had a conference this week. They had their investor day. They had this big monster push leading into it. And it honestly felt like, guys, they were just starting to get a little bit tired, right? If you look at the daily chart here, rocketed off major support and stopped at major resistance. And again, leading into the event just became one of those scenarios where, might be a sell the news type of thing. So had the event yesterday, you guys could see as soon as the event ended, they just sold the crap out of it. Nvidia and AMD, aka chips, aka semiconductors, they were the only thing red on my board yesterday. The only thing that goes red. What's that tell you guys? They're here to sell. So finally ended. You can see on Nvidia today, my friends, it gapped down pretty hard. I wanted to short it off of this key zone at 264, 266. So, with the big gap down, took it all day, finally got there, boom, 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 close it to lows. So for Nvidia, guys, right? Again, just like the market, all doing the same thing. Hit daily cloud and looks like it wants to dump. So we got daily cloud bottom here, guys. I have it was around this key range. Can move this to level up a little bit. I'm going to add both of them for this video. So right around 250, call it, is where we'd want to see Nvidia start to drop towards that daily cloud bottom. And again, if we look at a few other technicals here, we got the 50 below, the daily mean below, pretty much have all of liquidity below on Nvidia. So again, if the market, guys, wants to sell off and take a little bit of profit, Nvidia is definitely a candidate of heading back to 245 to 250, right? You can't blame it after just ripping from 206 all the way towards 275 in just a handful of days. A pullback towards 250 wouldn't be a big deal. So this is what I'm looking for, guys. Again, not a bear, not a bull, just playing what's in front of me, playing zone to zone. Beautiful bounce today for a short. So tomorrow we want to focus on, guys, is this 260 range. Depending where the market is, depending what things look like, if we have a bearish scenario, want to look for those pops to this key zone. Look for a short down towards 250. Again, guys, if it just pops and starts to hold and sit here, probably ignore it. I don't really have an interest in Nvidia to the upside. It's got a really hard range right now. If I had all the opportunity on the upside. If it does want to go lower, that's fine. I'll let it set up again. But I believe if we do see downside in the market, Nvidia is going to be the first to go here. Was the first, weakest today, rallied back with the market, and then quickly sold right back to low of day. So if they just stay below 260, guys, and obviously take out today's low of day, I think they have a chance at that 250, getting back to the bottom of that cloud, and then we'll see where we go from there. Nvidia has an ATR of about 13 points to 14 points roughly. So again, just gauging what's real, guys. This is a 7-point drop. Not a big deal for Nvidia. So that's what I'm looking for. Maybe you could even go a little bit further. Right now, heading into the end of week, we don't want to focus on strikes that are too far. So really, guys, anything like the 250s, even on a pop, the 255s, that's probably where I'll look to position myself on Nvidia if this analysis still makes sense. One last thing I want to look at on Nvidia is we did have a beautiful squeeze heading into today. We're setting up a nice 2-hour. And again, it opened at the low, so it makes sense it popped. But now this momentum, guys, is starting to release here. And I don't think we have any other squeezes. Yeah, we got nothing there. So again, just a classic top out, major levels, reason to sell. Could be a good little pullback, guys, to 250-ish. That's what I'll be keeping an eye on here. Another setup, guys, want to keep an eye on is Shopify. This is one that, just like Nvidia, went absolutely crazy, had a pullback to the mean to start the week, beautiful little dip buy. And then today had a nice pullback to 700 and then a bounce back to that key level and right back to 700. So gonna be patient on the shop, guys. I think they could be a little bit of a potentially like a chop fest. I think they can move a bit aggressive, et cetera, et cetera. So again, want to be patient on it, but I do think if it breaks 700, has a chance to roll back to the mean, which right now, guys, is around 670. So again, after such a strong move, do you want to short it? Maybe. Look at this little trend line here. That could be something that is setting up nicely. Or again, tomorrow, if it just is under 700, has a chance to revert to the mean towards 670. Or if it does keep holding 700, guys, I think it can keep popping back towards the 730-ish. Through it, 780. But again, long week. Looks like it might be starting to get tired here. Looks like it could be a decent little rollover. So again, don't force it, guys. It's been super strong. But something like the 650s, 660s, anything in that range could be a decent put. And then for the upside, like a 750 call, 800 at max. Yeah, probably not even 800 at this point. So not my favorite setup here, my friends, but just something to keep an eye on. Nice little channel setting up. Maybe just keep shopping here. But again, below 700, I think can revert to the mean. Above 700, I think it pop back to the highs of the range. Let's see here, guys. Not really keeping an eye on Tesla. Everyone's kind of sailed the ship here. Definitely going to keep an eye on the indexes this week for SPX, SPY, QQQ. One more name here we can keep an eye on, guys, is PanW. This is an interesting one. So this is cybersecurity stock. This week we were kind of warned on Monday from Biden that we should potentially prepare for some, Russia hacking. So that immediately, guys, led to huge, influx into these cybersecurity stocks. There's plenty of them. PanW, in my opinion, looks the best because it's at all-time high. So it's a stock yesterday, guys, that broke through all-time high, broke that 600 range, and created a new all-time high of 609. And then today, beautiful dip buy. I actually ended up grabbing this one and ran all the way back through all-time high and set a new one. And then they closed above 600. So I want to be patient with this one because it is doing that breakthrough all-time high and then, the pullback through it. So, break through new all-time high and then pull back through it. So I don't love that pattern, especially since, it has been, pushing. But I would keep very close eye on this one, guys, because again, if we get any news that there's, something big is hacked, whatever it might be, coming into today, we had news that Microsoft confirmed that they got hacked a little bit. Another big day for cybersecurity here. So another reason, guys, I am keeping an eye on PanW is it has a huge weekly squeeze, right? This is one that's just been setting up beautifully, and now starting to, really sail here and start to take off, getting all-time highs day after day. Maybe it just keeps going. And again, maybe it takes a break, maybe it gets some news. But this is one thing, guys, I am just going to continue to keep a little bit of an eye on. Not a stock that I obviously watch often, but it's in play right now. It's been moving great this week, offering some good returns. So if it keeps holding 600, I'm going to keep an eye on dip buys there. It needs to get back through 609, which is that prior all-time high. And again, keep it pretty simple here, guys. Got to get back to that 619. Through that, I think it can absolutely explode. So again, don't want to force it, but if it does have news, if you see anything like that, these are candidates, guys, that no matter what's going on in the market, could truly start to explode. So I played the 620 calls today. And honestly, guys, that still looks like the best strike, focusing on this week's expiration, looking for a good pullback. They went 2 to 10 today, pulled all the way back to 3 to close. So if the whole 600 might be able to take that trade again up towards 620, and we'll see what happens. But again, looking a little bit tired here, so be picky. So that's my thoughts, guys. I'm going to end it there. Not really loving too much here. So keep an eye on the indexes, keep an eye on Nvidia, keep an eye on PanW, and the typical things as always, Shopify, etc. But I appreciate you guys' time. If you found some value, please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube jargon. But as always, guys, I hope you truly found value. Go finish the week strong, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Cheers.
Hey, Focus Chan here with Simpler Trading. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything that we do. And if you want to see us trade our money live in real time, go to simplertrading.com and you can sign up for more. But happy trading, guys. Stay focused. I'll talk to you in the next video.